and welcome to the MYFX Trading Console, Trading with Trade Manager, tutorial number 6. In this tutorial, we'll give you an overview of the Trade Manager, show you how to set up a strategy, how to partially take profit, how to use auto break-even, and how to implement trailing stops. We'll also explain the advantages of trading with Trade Manager. Let's begin. The Trade Manager can be selected by simply clicking on Trade Manager. The MYFX Trade Manager has many functions. It can be used to scale out of a position, set break-even, use trailing stops, or a combination of all three. For example, I can take 50% of my trade off when price is a certain amount above my entry price. I can have my stop set to break even. For example, at 20 pips up, I could use a trailing stop. Let's go ahead and add a profile. I'm going to set take profit 1 and 2. I'm going to set a break even and use the trailing stop. For this profile, when a position is 20 pips up, I'd like the Trade Manager profile to close off 30% of the position. At plus 40 pips, I would like a further 30% to be closed out, leaving 40% to be closed at my original target. I'm going to set my break even at plus 20, and when the position gets to plus 80, I want it to trail by 20 pips. To save this profile, I simply click on Save. The last profile that I'm going to add is one that hides my final take profit from the broker. Again, I select Add Manager Profile. I'm going to select Take Profit at 30 pips up, 100%. This way, if I'm scalping, I don't have to set a final take profit. My broker will then have no idea when I'm going to close my trade. I'm also going to select Set Break Even at plus 25. Again, these are hidden orders from the broker. Please note that you have to have the MYFX console and your Metatrader running for the Trade Manager profile to function. I'm going to go back to manual trading, and we're going to start using some of these profiles. We'll short the pound dollar. I'm going to select a stop loss of 20 pips, and then I click on Manage. My profile list is situated at the top. Click on the drop down arrow, and I'm going to select Test 03. You can see that this profile is going to set my stop loss to break even at plus 25, and it's going to take off my entire position at plus 30 pips. I simply select Submit, and this is now managed for me. Let's go ahead and choose another profile. This time I'm going to use a default stop loss of 25. My stop loss of 25 is already in the trade. I'm going to set my target to plus 100. Select Manage. To go through the profile, at plus 20 pips, it'll take off 30% of my trade. At plus 40 pips, another 30% will be closed, leaving 40% to be closed at my final target. It is going to set my stop to break even at plus 20, and at plus 80 it will trail my stop by plus 20. My final target is set at plus 100. I simply select Submit. You can see that it has added extra fields into the TP columns. When it gets to break even, it'll put a tick in the BE column, like this one on the Euro Yen. When my first take profit gets executed, it'll tick the take profit column. When my second take profit gets executed, again it'll tick the take profit column. If I now wish to remove a profile, I can simply click on Manage and click Remove. You can also set up a profile to use just once. To do that, I'm going to demonstrate on the Australian US dollar. I'm going to select a final take profit of 100 pips and click Save, and I'm going to enter the market with a default stop and take profit. We'll sell the Australian US dollar. You can see that the trade has now been executed and the stop loss and take profit have now been set in Metatrader. I can then simply click on Manage. With this profile, I just want to set break even at plus 40 pips and use a trading stop when price is 80 pips above entry price. This time I'm going to trail by 10. I simply select Submit, and that trade is now managed for me. If you'd like to check which profile you have managed in a trade, again simply click on Manage. You can then see the parameters and then either click Submit or Cancel. I now want to go through scaling out of positions or taking partial profit. We will use this on the Euro Canadian dollar. You can see that I'm up 49 pips and I have 1/4 of a standard contract. I simply click on Partial Close and I can select from the defaults 25, 50 or 75%, or I can select an amount to close. I'm going to select 0.15. This will bring me to 1 mini contract. I click Close Partial. You can now see that the Euro Canadian dollar has been closed, leaving 0.1 standard lot. Let's do this again. This time I'll use the pound dollar. Partial close, 25%, and close partial. You can see that I now have 0.19 standard lots left on my trade. Another feature of the MYFX console is one-click break-even. To move your stop to break-even, simply click in the break-even column on the position that you want to set to break-even. I'm going to use the Euro Swiss franc. I simply click on break-even. You can now see that it displays a tick under the BE column, indicating that my stop is at break-even. I can confirm this by having a look at the stop loss column. I can confirm that the stop loss on the Euro Swiss franc is now at break-even. The next thing I'd like to show you is how to trail the stop on a position that you already have open. I'm going to use the Euro Canadian dollar for this. I am currently up 48 pips. I simply click on Manage, use Trailing Stop. Trading Stop trigger, I can simply select 1. I want to trail the stop by 20 pips. This should lock in about 28 pips. I simply select Submit. It is now trailing by 20 pips behind current market price. There are many advantages of trading with Trade Manager. Some of those include not having to sit in front of the screen the whole time, being able to manage your pending orders, being able to manage your market positions, being able to trail stops, and to be able to hide orders from your broker. This brings us to the end of tutorial number 6. For a full list of our video tutorials and for more information, please visit www.myfxtradingconsole.com.